how does annual leave work? So you'll get your allocation.
Yeah, you'll get obviously first couple of years aren't as much annual leave entitlement as you get further in and more senior. Uh, you will be at a it's I mean it's really hard these days because there are police officers less than there used to be, but you can book leave up to 1 year in advance. Like Debbie said, you get an enforced week after your training college because your head is fried and you need that time. You need that downtime before you then pick up and start again on your tutor unit. Uh, Once you're on team, you submit electronically whatever leave you want, uh, and then it comes back granted or declined. Uh,
Normally, Andy, normally.
Normally declined, uh, but you end up looking on your team and you think no one's off. How have I been refused? But it goes on the area you work but you can do it up to 364 days in advance. So if Amrit's got something really big next August, she could put it in today and at least she would get the decision. You can then appeal your decisions, especially if it's 11 months in advance. I used to say, hang on a minute, and appeal it, and it always used to be granted. So, but initially it would go to your sergeant and then it would go to a resource management team. So most forces have got a team who look at numbers, bums on seats, which is what I've said already, but they're looking force wide. So the whole of beds, the whole of Devon and Cornwall, making sure that they've got enough that they can attend a minimum amount of jobs with a minimum amount of officers. So your leave is there. You will get, I would say, about 16 to 18 days for the first couple of years. So in my force where I was there, they broke it down to hours. So you'd have 160 hours for a 10-hour shift, 16 days. When I left, I was up to about 260 hours. So 26 10-hour shifts. Again, a lot of forces are your shift work. It might be 2 earlys, 2 lates, 2 nights, 4 off. So over a 10-day period, 2 earlys, 2 lates, 2 nights, 4 off. If you book those 6 off, you've got the 4 before and the 4 after. You've got 14 days off there, just about, for 6 days leave. So the shifts can sometimes work to your advantage. But all I would say is, as you work through your probation, book your leave early, speak to your sergeant. It shouldn't generally be a problem. It's if you want leave a week Wednesday.
And
Is
it's
that
school
about right?
holidays. Obviously, school holidays is busy. Parents want time off school holidays, Christmas, New Year's Eve, those sort of things. In big forces, the Met, there are what they call red days. So red days are days that you can't get off, and if you want those days off, then they won't make a decision until sometimes a week before. So those days in the Met are New Year's Eve, obviously because of the big celebrations in London. Notting Hill Carnival, again, you can't get that bank holiday off in August. You can't get it off. Even all the old duffers who sit in offices all year round, like my other half, who was a protection officer, he was even warned for Notting Hill Carnival. He had to get a uniform after like the first time in about 10 years because he was warned for Notting Hill Carnival. Was cancelled with 4 days notice to go. But there are days that you just can't get off. They're tough to get off. So if
I
you
mean,
Christmas and New Year, if you want them off, you just got to go as far ahead as you can.
well, again, personally speaking, Devon and Cornwall have a leave embargo from the 18th of
Yeah.
December to the 3rd of January, and you can still apply for leave, but it goes up, sergeant, then that resource unit, it goes up to almost senior chief officer group, so assistant chief constable, chief superintendent level, and they would look at numbers for Christmas and New Year, and it's so hard to get leave, but again, like Debbie said, forward planning.
The cynical cops in us, which we are, of course, cynical ex-cops, bank holidays you get paid double for. So Christmas, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, bank holiday Monday at Easter, bank holiday Mondays generally, Good Friday is double money. So there are people that always want to work those, and there's people that
Greedy.
always want them off. So it's come sometimes, and the numbers do tend to go down a bit for the bank holidays because you're paying double money. So
Skeleton staff.
Yeah, so that swings them. You can always get someone to cover if you're down to work a bank holiday, apart from in the Met. You can normally get someone to cover it for you or swap somebody because someone John's smiling that he's thinking, yeah, I'll have a bit of that double money.
You
But
get
some people just don't want to work it.
and you'll meet officers who are obsessed with doing as much double time as they can in their devy. They're bank holiday grabbers, definitely. So yes, it's a nice one, but Christmas Day, it's a difficult shift to work. I think I worked 24, 25 years. I must have worked 12 Christmas days, and I would say 10 of them I had a sudden death. It just happens. It's Christmas Day. It's always, you know, Mr. Little old Mr. Smith. It's just weird how Christmas days are attract certain jobs.